First of all, if I want to teach you how to reassemble it, you gotta disassemble it. To disassemble it, there are a lot of ways you could. Mainly is misaligning a slice and twisting an edge out like that. Now, on some slices, it doesn't work too well. So, I mean, they're good slices and then bad slices. Like, yeah, that was kind of a bad slice, but with enough force, you can get it out. Basically, just misalign a slice and then pull an edge out. From there, we can just pull out other things. Pull out more edges, these, and then once you get a corner or two out, the rest will just, fall apart. Okay, now I've got this all sorted into the categories of the pieces. So as you see, here we have 6 colors of centers, 4 centers each, for a total of 24 center pieces. In here we have 22 of these little inner pieces. Now the reason I say 22 is because 2 are already not really attached, but just 2 of them are already on there, and you don't need an extra 2 because they wouldn't fit anywhere. We have 12 of these pieces, 8 corners, obviously, and yeah, that would be 24 of these edge pieces. This little hook there, and of course 1 core. So let's get started reassembling. Okay, what I like to do first is do the white center, and see there's this centerpiece. God, my camera does not have macro. There's this little centerpiece that has the Maru logo. Obviously, now the other white ones have the logo. This one does. Now, see where these 2 pieces are already attached? That's where I put the logo center, because no matter what you do, it's always going to be right in between those 2. It's just a good indicator to see where this center arm is. Just pretty useful. You don't have to do that, but I'd recommend it. So we're going to put that off to the side. So one of the first things is you see these little blocks here. Rotate one of the little centers and kind of slide this in there. You couldn't put it in normally. I mean, you could, but it's just a little bit harder. It's easier to slide it in, of course, and then take one of these little larger wedge pieces and put it between there. Now you're going to want to do this one more time with this side now. Now, the thing that's really easy about this side is because you don't need to put an extra one in. Also, that one's held in, whoops, by that little block. On this side, you don't have that little block. So you can just put this in, and you have to hold it there while you kind of slide that in, put it right there. Alright, so we got those 2 little inner wedge pieces. Now we can take our little logo center, put it in between that. Whoa. And now we can really start. So find an edge that has white. You put the white there. Now we have to do the other one, and just for colors, actually, to put this one over here, because the corner we'll be putting in has to line up with the colors. So you have to find the other white red, put it in right there. So now we have this. We find the other 2 centers right here, and right here. Alright. We still have to get to the other edge. Yeah, this is the right one. Put that there. Now this part is really tricky, putting in the inner piece. Should like to set this down for a moment, because it's better when it's sitting on a desk. Well, not really, but now there are a lot of tricks to doing this. What I like to do is put a smaller inner piece in, then a larger one, and then while making sure the whole thing is stable, you can put this one in very, very carefully, or else you could have pieces flying out. Alright, as you can see, we've gotten one corner section done. Basically, you have to do that for the first 2 layers. I'll get back to you when I am done with that. Alright, so now that we have done the first 2 layers, one thing I must warn you is don't try to rotate it. I've done that before, it all explodes. Just don't do that, in all seriousness. Alright, so the rest is a little difficult, to say the least. Of course, you want to get one of these little inner core arms in place. So, like that. Okay, so you got that. So after you've done this a little bit, just again, to put in this bit, just do the same thing. You got that section done. I'm going to show you how I do the entire thing, because I have a special little approach to doing the very last few pieces. So again, so if you notice, you got most of it assembled. If you can get up to this point, you can definitely do the rest. So that's what you have to do. Rotate a layer 45 degrees. I would take, just put in the respective centers, and then do these 2 edges, the blue orange and the green orange. Okay. Alright, so after you do this, you have to do the next. I'd actually do the next edge, which, well, the opposite color is, yeah, it's white, so it'll be yellow, blue. And now just put in one more yellow center, and now turn top face. Actually, before you do that, put in the second yellow center and get one of these little smaller inner pieces and put it between those 2 centers. If you forget to put that piece in, that could be very bad. So then you rotate the top 45 degrees, so you notice you just have this little slice misaligned. Now take, yeah, this is a bit difficult, but take these 2 centers, they'll kind of wedge themselves in somehow. Now the difficult part is getting this last little inner piece in. Just put it in there, and make sure to keep your your cube kind of laid back, because if you put it forward, it'll fall out, and yeah, just like that. Let me just get it out. yeah, having something like tweezers or pliers really helps for this. Okay, so we're going to put that back in. Now we're going to put the last two corners in very carefully. If I can do it, yes. Put this one in. Now, normally I would do this against the desk, but since I want to keep the camera view good, I'm gonna rest it against my 3x3. Or that doesn't really matter. Now last two edges, kind of have to put in with this little piece, just like that. Now, be very careful holding this in, and once you get to this point, it'll kind of just hold itself. Push it in. And now for the final piece, we just do in reverse how we took it apart. It can be difficult, so what's a good way to do it is just return the entire cube to its cube shape, and then it'll be very easy to put back in. If you follow the steps correctly, your cube will be reassembled.